My other brother, John, who lives in Atlanta, said, could I have your ring and wear it? So he gave him the ring. My sister, for Christmas last year, got my dad, her husband, and myself copies of the ring. So we all wear the ring.
Oh, that's great.
In memory of my brother.
Well, that is great.
You know, one time this lady came to me. She was about 43 years old.
So you're not married?
No.
Or even fooling around, probably. No. Of course.
What happened, this woman came to see me.
What's the matter?
Well, I mean, this is just so inappropriate. Go ahead.
The telephone number is 1-877-412-4747. Well, we're raising money for Chris's house. We're doing pretty well so far.
You are doing good work, Stan.
And this half hour is sponsored by Channel 55, the movie station out on Long Island. And its president is here, Michael Pascucci. Is that it?
Yes, it is.
Good morning, Mr. Pascucci.
Good morning.
Anyway, well, we'll get to you in just a second. I rudely interrupted Father Tom. Please finish here.
Well, this woman came to see me. She's 43 years old. She said, I'm going to die in the next 6 months. Would you talk to my kids? I went to see her, talk with them, talk with her. And then I said to her, you know, before you die, it would be wonderful if you wrote a note to each of your children and your husband and your close friends as to what they meant.
Did she have AIDS?
She didn't have AIDS, but she had a form of cancer.
Oh, okay.
So she wrote this letter and called each of them in and either gave the letter to them or talked to them about what she knew of them, what she loved about them, what she remembered of them. It was such a good experience for her that she said to me, there's one more thing I'm going to do. I'm going to get a gold ring for each of my children so that when I die, they receive that ring and they can carry it in my memory. I said to her, I fully agree with the idea, but with one exception. Why wait till you die? Get the ring and give it to each of them. Now, her children were in their 20s. And when I went to the wake, each of the kids came up to me, and the first thing they said, Father Tom, I want to show you this ring.
No, that's a good idea.
My mom gave me this ring, and I'm going to wear it for the rest of my life. And I know for myself, as I wear the ring.
I wonder if it was 14 karat or 18 karat, you know.
You just can't, you know, in a minute, unbelievably, we're going to shut your microphone off.
No, I just so curious. Don't you wonder about that kind of stuff?
No, nobody.
Folks,
well, it's a very nice gesture.
Of course.
Testify to his heart.
1-877-412-4747.
What a... God.
Anyway, Michael, how did you get... first of all, is this where the God Squad originates, Channel 55, or no?
Well, it is on Channel 55.
Okay.
Well, right. I got involved on building a television station by helping the Diocese of Rockville Center with their telecare operation, with Father Tom runs now.
Oh, okay.
Tom was not involved yet. So in my involvement, I said, well, how do you get a television station? How did NBC, how did CBS get a television? Why can't I have one? And that's how it started. So I built it knowing nothing about television, and I realized that you don't have to know anything about television.
What were you doing before that?
Well, you touched on some of it earlier, you know, but I don't like to bring that past up.
Oh, okay. You could have anything you wanted, including a radio station.
And so what we have is the only television station on the left that's not affiliated. Everybody's affiliated with somebody at this point. So we're an independent. We have a lot of great movies, a lot of syndicated product. We get a lot of advertisers, and we do very well. Yeah. We also carry the God Squad on a 5-day basis, and because they're in demand now that they've become famous, which I feel is a result of this radio show.
Yeah.
Because all I know is before they started to come on your show, Tom was driving an '86 Honda, and a rabbi had an '87 Toyota Corolla.
Right.
Now, if you look out front, Tom's got a 4-door BMW, and the rabbi has got a Mercedes, but he takes the hood ornament off because it's not good for a rabbi to be seen in a German car.
Do you have a BMW, Tom?
No, I don't have a BMW.
It's a Lexus. And by the way, and the rabbi right about now, we get rid of his Mercedes for his SUV for the snow. And he thinks I'm kidding, but...
Anyway, well, when did you first learn about Christa House? Just through Tom, I guess.
I learned about it through Tom.
Yeah.
And with many things. In fact, I was at Telecare before Tom. Tom was just a parish priest, and when he came on 20 years ago, I broke him into television. So, but as Tom told you, he brings to me a lot of good points, a lot of causes. And what I learned from Tom is that if you give to what he's asking, he finds the needs, we help fulfill them, and you get blessed. because what I realized, you can't outgive God. So it's just one of those things. I can't explain how it works, mystery of the cosmos, but when you find the need, you don't have to address all the needs of the world, just the one that's presented to you.
Yeah, I've always felt that way, because we all get these opportunities, and there's so many good causes and so many things you can give to, but if something jumps up in front of you, if you address that one. And so,
Exactly.
I mean, this is I'd never feel that you're obligated to contribute to anything I ask you to contribute money to, but I don't ask you to contribute money to anything that I wouldn't contribute my own money to. And I have, and I'd like you to Christa House. I'll tell you, it's a great idea. It's a great idea because you can do things to help people that are fun. I mean, you can give, like I give clothes all the time up to Mother Hale's deal. And I mean, it requires nothing more than putting it in a garbage bag and giving it to Brant, and he drives it up there. So that's, or this ranch we built. I mean, it's fun to have a cattle ranch out in New Mexico, and to take kids out there and ride horses. I mean, that's a lot of fun. It is not fun to help people dying of AIDS, to give them some sort of, provide them with some dignity and love and so on. I mean, they make it fun, but that's a hands-on commitment that I think is extraordinary. And the least we can do is just give them some money. You don't have to give them a lot of money. They don't need a lot of money, but they need some money. And so whatever you can give would be greatly appreciated. The telephone number is 1-877-412-4747. We were talking to this woman earlier this morning, Jeannie Perkillo. Is that the way you pronounce her name?
Exactly.
And she was a very outgoing, gregarious person, but and I don't mean to, believe me, I don't mean to be melodramatic about it, but I was saying to her, I said, I can't imagine how this can be any fun, and she says it is. They for whatever reason, they make it fun. They have fun out there, and they little barbecues, and they kid around and they joke around with each other, and so. I mean, it sounds a little lame the way I'm explaining it, but they are taking desperate people who it's bad enough to be dying, but it's to have no one to care for you, to not think you're loved by anyone, to do so with no dignity is,
Well, Don,
well, we know it's not fair, but...
Mother Teresa once said, I want to live in such a way that no one ever dies without at least one hug. And that's what Jeannie Perkillo understands, and Sister Pat. I mean, in ordinary circumstance, when you walk into a room, whether somebody loves you or doesn't, but when you are filled with AIDS, or when you have an unseemly look about you, and somebody looks at you and it doesn't matter, it makes a difference.
I read somewhere that they say you need 12 hugs a day.
At least. And we don't have enough hug givers in the world, particularly if you have a disease.
Or people who want to hug you and you don't want them to touch you, like Charles wants to hug me and I don't want his hands on me.
I know.
The telephone number to contribute is 1-877-412-4747. This half hour is sponsored by Channel 55, the movie station out on Long Island, and its president, Michael Pascucci, was here this morning, and thank you, Michael, very much.
Thank you.
A good sport and a great sense of humor. And we're going to do some spots now and some news, but you can call 1-877-412-4747.
IMUS in the morning.
All right, let me talk to you now about